Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of Craft. My name is Fleegle 2000, and I will be your guide today. I play on the same server as Kurok, and he generously offered to let me show you around my region of the server. The name of this region is Hyperborea, named after a mythical land thought by the ancient Greeks to be located far to the north. On the server, it is a 1 square kilometer block of land that is mostly wild, but consists of a number of sites connected by color-coded rail lines. All switching in the rail network is done manually. When you arrive at a junction, you must disembark. Place your minecart in the direction you want to go, and hit the start button. We begin our journey at Ted's Keep, the first building constructed in Hyperborea. It has grown from a survival shack into a base of operations. Ted's Keep consists of this building and a small farm, supplying all the essential produce: cows, pigs, chickens, sheep, wheat, sugarcane, pumpkins, and melons. The inside of the building has all the essentials for crafting. It also has a large storage room in the basement, with rows and columns categorized by letter and number. I use an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of what materials are in what chest. Most of the harvested materials in Hyperborea are stored in this room. The top floor of the keep is the first thing visitors see when arriving in Hyperborea by portal. This portal connects to a system of portals in the Nether, linking all the various regions of the server by an automated rail system, which will be featured in a future episode. For now, we will limit our travels to Hyperborea. This is the first rail station. As you can see, it only goes in one direction, east, to the TK junction. The colored wool indicates that this stop is on the green line. From the junction, we can continue to follow the green line to the Pyramid Junction, or we can take the blue line to the Highland Pier. For this tour, I will show you all the key points of interest along each line, starting with green. So let's continue on the green line. Pyramid Junction is our next stop. From here, we can go in all 4 directions. This is the central hub of the entire Hyperborean rail system, as you can get on any line from here. Currently there are 3 lines: red, green, and blue. We're going to continue north to Blue Bayou. Blue Bayou is a large patch of swampland. Not much here other than a humble survival shack and a masonry. There is a nice view of the musical spheres, which we will visit shortly. For now, let's continue on the green line. Our next stop, and the last stop on the green line, is Cloudswept Hollow. Inside this mountain lies Cloudswept Hollow. The hollow is a natural formation, a huge open-air cavern. Atop the highest peak, just above the hollow, is Cloudswept Spring. A treacherous dirt and cobblestone walkway leads up to this tranquil spot. Perfect for a picnic or a swim at the top of the world. Stepping over here, we have a stunning view down into the hollow. That's it for Cloudswept Hollow and the green line. Let's return to Pyramid Junction and explore the red line. Our first stop on the red line is the musical spheres. Each sphere represents a classical element: water, earth, and fire. There is no air. They are called the musical spheres because each sphere plays randomly generated music. Water plays the drums, earth plays the guitar, and fire plays the piano. Last is the Ringworld, inspired by Larry Niven's original creation, and of course the Halo rings. It's not a sphere, and it doesn't play music, but I always wanted to build a Ringworld, and this seemed like a good place to put it, in keeping with the astronomical theme. Continuing on the red line, we pass through Hawkeye Range. Haven't built anything here other than the rail. It's just a really cool mountain range. Let's continue on to Atapu Village, our last stop on the red line. Atapu is far from the rest of civilization, a long trip north of Hawkeye Range. The nearest landmark is Cloudswept Houma, some distance to the southeast. Atapu was a randomly generated village that I fixed up and built a wall around. All of the original buildings are still standing, but have undergone a few renovations. Most notably the house I call my own. Notice the nether brick roof. I have also done some landscaping and tidied up the place. Lastly, I have begun construction of Atapu Tower, already the dominant feature in the village. And if you look off into the distance, to the southeast, you can just see the mountains surrounding Cloudswept Houma. Just one line left, the blue line. This line starts from Pyramid Junction and loops back to TK Junction, stopping at the Pyramid, the Ancient Ruins, the Luna Magnus Test Range, and Highland Pier. Probably the most impressive landmark in Hyperborea is the Pyramid. The Pyramid was built entirely in survival and is the result of several months of building and digging. It is hollow. On the bottom half is an inverted pyramid reaching down to bedrock. The pyramid reaches up to 128 blocks above bedrock. Outside the pyramid is a monument entitled Union of the Snake, in honor of the song by Duran Duran. The inside of the pyramid is a massive base that has largely been abandoned, save the odd visit from tourists. The various modules are connected by cobblestone tubes. The base features a sizable workshop, an indoor tree farm, and numerous decorative ponds and waterfalls. The other main feature is the mob trap. The roof of the pyramid is a dark room and a gravity trap that drops monsters into a collector on the roof of the workshop. Drops are then delivered to the player by a water conveyor. The output of the mob trap can be turned off from the workshop. Visitors to the pyramid can take it all in via the Pyramid Minecart Tour, a special rail line that goes around the inside perimeter of the pyramid. It can be set to go in an endless loop, if you so desire. A short ride east of the pyramid brings us to some ancient ruins, what appears to have been a stadium or Coliseum of some sort. Let's continue to our next stop, Luna Magnus. In the desert, along the eastern coast of Hyperborea, lies the Luna Magnus Test Range. Right now, it consists of an archery range and a bunker. The archery range was built primarily so I could get the sniper achievement, but it is a good place to practice your bow skills. The target is exactly 50 meters from the platform. The bunker serves as a safe place to witness explosives tests, or to pick off monsters at minimal risk to the player. The bunker walls will eventually be replaced with obsidian for added protection. Our last stop is Highland Pier, which provides a sea route to some of the other regions on the server. The most prominent feature of the pier is, of course, the lighthouse. The lighthouse was designed before the advent of lanterns, using a system of pistons and glowstone blocks to simulate the rotation of a lighthouse lamp. I will probably retrofit it to use lanterns at some point. The pier also features a maze, with a super secret surprise at the end. The base, built into the side of the mountain, contains all the necessities for survival, and a small collection of materials to save on trips back to Ted's Keep. There's also a boathouse, the point of entry for our seafaring visitors. Just off the pier, you'll notice a sea marker with 3 different colored wool blocks. By following the markers, you can reach 2 other regions. Well, that's it for the main sites of Hyperborea. Continuing along the blue line takes you back to TK Junction. Let's go home. Well, I hope you've enjoyed your tour of Hyperborea. Be sure to check out the other videos in this channel. Thanks again to Kurok for letting me showcase my region and for shooting and editing this episode. This is Fleegle 2000. Thanks for watching. At the pyramid, the ancient ruins, the Luna Magnus text. Sorry, watch that.
No worries.